look like her chin is connected to her neck. So I'm like, it look like a cartoon figure. So I'm like, I ain't doing that.
You're on a YouTube dating show at the age of 45 rocking a cheap suit, fake jewelry, and a fitted cap. And you are talking about the way people look? I am so disappointed at this generation of men because you can see how far men fell into red pill content, especially black men. You can see the damage it has done to black men. The level of sassiness, the level of degrading that men try to go to simply because they feel some type of way about themselves and they project that onto other people is absolutely disgusting. Even if you're not attracted to somebody, it is easy to simply say, hey, I'm not attracted to her. She's not my type. And move along. Oh, she looks like a cartoon cat. You went out of your way to literally try to degrade somebody. And it absolutely shows why you are grandpa age over here acting a fool. You are coming into grandpa age on a pop the balloon dating show. And it shows why. People, if you are out here to hurt people, just stay inside. Nobody needs it.
And that's the conclusion that you came to. Brother, for every one example that you show of a man doing that to a woman, I can show you 10 of a woman doing the exact same thing to a man on all these pop the balloon shows. That was very disingenuous. And clearly from what I saw in the comments, you are just pandering to your audience. Shut the fuck up.
I cannot date a man that likes red pill content.
I'm here to tell you right now.
Shut up, bitch!
What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So, got a video for you guys that I came across. Anton Daniels did a reaction to. And I guess this woman must have got a lot of smoke for making this video, because when I went on TikTok and searched for the original video, it had been taken down. I seen a few people that did stitches, and they were pretty much confirming what I probably thought what happened, because supposedly they came for her in the comments, and supposedly that's why she took it down. So I did the best that I could, and I just pulled the clip off a TikTok of Anton Daniels covering it. I really wish I would have been able to find the original video, because from what I could tell, it's a lot longer than what he let play out. But I think he let enough of it play to where you can kind of get the gist of where she stands when it comes to RP content. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
I cannot date a man that likes red pill content, because red pill content is ruining the lives of young men. A lot of men are so afraid of being labeled a simp. They don't want to be labeled a simp, that they will not treat a woman well. They won't even compliment a woman. They won't even be nice to a woman because they are so afraid of being a simp. The last guy that I talked to was an avid red pill watcher, and he was the same man that friend zoned me and wanted me to chase him, and and I was wondering, I'm like, where is this jadedness coming from?
Wait. So wait a minute, because the guy got standards, and maybe he didn't want you, and so his preferences led him to friend zone you, something that a lot of guys is not immune to. Women friend zone guys on a regular basis, and because if you want him, you're gonna have to express that. Then that means that he's jaded.
Why is he talking like this, acting like this? And he was watching that red pill content. And I'm telling you, it's keeping you men single. It is keeping you single. Half of
I don't believe so.
the men that make this content are single men, or men that do not have a happy, healthy relationship.
I will tell you that she could never be more wrong. Right now, I don't get to pick and choose who categorizes who. I don't even think that the men that truly espouse real red pill values, because there's always going to be bad actors in every space, um, are even categorizing themselves as red pill. And as they look for more traditional women, or they look to women, and they actually take advice from men instead of from other women, and they're no longer simping out, and they're no longer just subjecting themselves to anything and becoming step baby daddies and all of this other stuff, women are starting to get upset at it because they can't just run roughshod over these guys. And even the whole definition of what they think red pill is, they think that it's some kind of toxic masculinity thing. I don't ever understand why they ever got that. That's not what it means. What it really means is just to be aware of the truth. It comes from the Matrix. You remove the veil over your eyes. And it don't even have to do with just relationships. Most red pill content that I see, especially nowadays, it's about leveling up, getting yourself together. They hold men accountable for not being the thing that you want other people to be when you look to get into a relationship, politics, finances, everything that happens in your life, being a better father, being a better man. If you want this type of person, you're going to have to, level up. That is the truth of what red pill really is.
Oh, okay. I see why they came for her in the comments. You hold on. How did we go from red pill men is making men not want to be simps to I was dating a guy and he friend zoned me and he expected me to chase him? Did you ever stop to think that maybe he friend zoned you just because he wasn't into you? He didn't like you like that? I don't get it, bro. Like what this sounds like, in my opinion, this sounds like a woman who came across a man that she probably thought, oh, he would be good for me. I really don't. He's probably not my type or whatever the case may be, but I know he's good for me because he looks like the type of guy that I can kind of control and manipulate, and he's going to do this X, Y, and Z for me. And I just got to give him the bare minimum in return. And then when she realized that she was dealing with a man that probably is RP aware and he's aware of the type of shit that you're trying to pull, he was probably like, you know what? I can tell you're really not into me like that. So I'm just gonna friend zone you. And if you really are into me like you claim you are, then you are going to put in a little bit more effort, which is what women call chasing a man, men call putting in effort and reciprocation. And women have a problem with that because they want these one-sided ass relationships, or they want a relationship where the man likes them way more than they like the man, i.e., Shira 7 advice. Which I find funny because these same women that over here shitting on RP content, y'all don't seem to have a fucking problem with anything she fucking says now, do you? And then for her to literally proceed to say that these men are so scared of being simps and they don't want to do this and do this and do that because they're afraid of being called simps. Ma'am, if you want to simp, just say that. If you want to simp, just say that. And this is the problem. This is the problem when women use this word. I think they have a hard time. And for real, and it's really sad to see some men actually don't understand this. But those are the very men that we're talking about because they're trying to pander to these women thinking that it's going to help them get in their good graces. A simp is a man that goes in above and beyond for a woman who is not reciprocating. Not. I repeat, for you ladies in the back and you ignorant motherfucking ass men that act like y'all don't know what the fuck a simp is. It's a man that is going above and beyond for a woman that is not reciprocating. In other words, she does not like him, or she is not putting the same energy that he is putting forth. That's what a simp is. Quit trying to act like y'all don't know the fucking difference. Ain't nobody in this space over here telling other men not to do for their woman, not to do nice things for their woman. What we're telling men is do that for a woman that you know will reciprocate and do the same for you. Why is it so hard for y'all to understand that RP is just about waking up men and realizing that, hey, you need to find a woman that likes you just as much as you like her? Why is that so hard for y'all to comprehend, or is that just something that y'all don't want? This is such a disingenuous thing to say. They know exactly what the fuck we mean when we say simp. But they want to use this argument to try to manipulate men into being simps. No.
Good morning. Sister, good morning. As people know, I haven't responded to comments in a while now. I haven't really been on TikTok for a while. Taking care of personal stuff, personal life and family stuff. But I know I woke up and I saw this comment. It just made me want to reply, because I despise misinformation. It's because we have too much misinformation in the black community. So when I see misinformation, it just makes me, it puts a rise in me to say, no, it's under my video, I have to address it. That's why I do this. When I have misinformation on my video, I just don't go at people or women. I don't go at women. Just say, oh, I'm going at women, right? The red pill shit that women usually say. These red pill content creators, red pill men are being sensitive, like you said, right? But I'm gonna read it. Red pill content is making single men hypersensitive and way too feminine. Most women, sadly, are married to poor men that do the bare minimum in their relationships and cheat. Like, seriously. Okay, first I'm gonna address the first part of it, which is red pill content. Just like everything in life, there's good and there's bad. Red pill content is red pill content. It's neither good or bad. It depends on the person that's consuming that product. Red pill content in its essence is an awakening of men. And a lot of it is because men were shut out of mainstream media. Now, fast forward to the lockdown, and Kevin Samuels and other red pill content creators. Kevin Samuels wasn't really red pill, but it had the foundation of red pill, put it that way. But yeah, so let's fast forward to that. When men finally got to see that women were interested in hearing what they said. This became the growth of the red pill, the black manosphere or red pill sector. Because before they were being silenced. I had a talk, matter of fact, while I was gone, I was back and forth dealing with personal stuff, personal life, and I had a talk with someone in my life, and we had a long talk, hours, right? To where I gave a dissertation about how, and I do it on my TikTok lives, when I have my TikTok lives, right? I go through the whole history of certain things and the history of the black community and where it started from how the enemy, right, the open enemy, started undermining the foundation of the community. And any rational person with sound mind and logic understands that the basis or the foundation of a strong community is a strong nuclear family. This is part of the red pill thing, right? It's building yourself as a man. Building yourself to be the best man you could be in order to have what you want. And at the core, majority of men that I'm speaking of want family. They want family. And I'm talking about the ones that are, because like I said, red pill has a positive side, and then, you get too deep and they call it red pill rage, right? You get too deep, or you have traumas, with women, right? You have traumas that were either placed there by your mother or women that you have been dealing with that have maybe screwed you over, yeah, you get deep in your emotions, and that's the red pill rage section. You know, you still getting the same content, right? The content is content, but you go too overboard with the way you perceive that content, or the way you use your emotions, start emoting and doing certain things. So there's a healthy part of red pill. You know, the center is healthy. Too much of anything is bad. You know, I don't care what it is. Too much water, right, which is what we need is in our bodies, is bad. You could drink too much water and drown and then kill yourself, right? So it's just understanding. I think like a lot of people don't have a deeper understanding in our community for these things. They just like to look at things and say, oh, this is bad because they're talking about women, right? No, we have to stop this. If women want to be equal to men, right? You want to walk amongst men, be treated equally by men. You have to share equal accountability. You have to be responsible for your actions. And women, I'm not talking about you, you know, because I don't know you, but I'm saying in general, women have to be accountable for their actions. They have to be responsible for whatever they do. And also, they have to be willing to be judged by the same measure that men are being judged by every day. And that's the only way for true equality. We can't expect, and I'm going to the second part of what I'm talking about right now. We can't expect to give women accolades for being an adult, going out to get a job and take care of themselves. We can't, because y'all want to be equal. We can't give women accolades and talk about they're a strong woman because they out here getting a job, holding a job, take care of their own, and do. No, you're adult. You're adulting. That's what you're doing. You're just adulting. And I can't give you accolades for that. You're supposed to do that. When y'all got up and rah, we are women, hear us roar, we're equal to men, we deserve equal rights, and yes, you do. Before you start, anybody starts, right? Women deserve equal rights. You do, you deserve that. But the problem is when you want equal rights and you want privileges at the same time. That's the problem. Can't exist. Can't exist. Because what happens is a breakdown of how we treat each other. You can have some men that's going to give you privileges and exalt you and put you on pedestals because you're adulting, because they want to sleep with you. Ladies, you can have some men that want to either sleep with you or want to get resources from you. The panderers, right? They're going to do that because they're going to tell you the best thing going. But in your personal life and in general, the people that often tell you things you don't want to hear, right, are usually the most genuine people. And Red Pill at its core is genuine content because it points out the other side of what society tries to push to women, which is delusion. It points out that's what Red Pill does. And also, now I'm gonna get to the last part, which is the lie. Majority of women, most women, are not married to poor men that do the bare minimum. So that's a lie. It's a lie. Even the fact about cheating is a lie because we have the stats to find out that women and men cheat almost at the same rate. It's a lie. Women are hypergamous in nature. It's part of Red Pill ideology. Women have always been hypergamous. You don't know what the word means? Look it up, sister. They've always sought out men that had resources to provide them a lifestyle or help take care of them. And women's supposed to do that because if you don't get a man that has money, right, when y'all have a child, because that's what happens when you get together and get married. Children usually come. You're going to have to be the man in a relationship, how a lot of y'all women like to say. So majority of women don't do that. Maybe you see that because the women you're around, or maybe you've been in relationships that you've done that, but no, that's not how it works. It's never worked that way. It happens, yes, it happens, but the majority, no, it doesn't. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go back to sleep so I get up and go to work. So I don't want to be one of the poor men you're talking about. But anyway, be easy.
OG just made a bunch of solid points, and I've been saying this for the longest, bro. Women don't like the fact that men are holding them accountable the same way women have been holding men accountable for decades. And it just goes to show you how much of an imbalance that these women truly want. Because you mean to tell me men been putting up with y'all holding us accountable and saying what we're doing wrong and what we need to do and what we're doing and what we're not doing for decades. Y'all have had countless talk shows about talking about us and talking down on us. All of a sudden the RP content gets popular in the last 5 to 10 years, and look how y'all are acting. The way these women are coming on TikTok complaining about how the RP content is ruining men's lives, you would have thought the RP content been mainstream for as many decades as women been bitching and complaining about men. It's ruining their lives, man. The RP content only been popular for maybe a decade at the most. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, it's ridiculous. I'm like, but that's part of the problem. They don't want to be held accountable as much as they hold us accountable. And then, like he said, they want to be congratulated and put on a pedestal for literally being responsible when it's what they asked for in the first place. It's ridiculous, man. Now I'm gonna show you this clip of a woman who really thought that she was saying something when in reality all she was doing was literally describing what the RP content is truly about. Check this out.
I feel like the red pill community is an outlet for men who just can't get women or never have been able to get women, don't understand how women think. It's really just an outlet for you to feel hurt and for you to kind of vent your complaints or listen to other men's complaints about women. But the thing about it is, like, what the men who watch this and absorb this content don't realize is that you're not actually learning how to get the women that you want, if you do still even like women. Like, you're not, like, those guys are not teaching you. They're literally, actually, guys are teaching you how to be the opposite of what the women that you really want. As a woman, I could tell you, like, I've been young before, and I talk to women all the time. They're teaching you everything that you're learning, the behaviors that you're learning from these guys is literally turning you into the exact opposite of what the women that you really want, that those fine women, those fine little young girls that y'all love, you're becoming the opposite of who they want. And see, y'all think that the reason why women don't like you is just because they're all running after the same guy. But women are attracted to men who love themselves, men who take care of themselves first. Men who are confident. I don't care what you look like naturally. Like, if you take care of yourself and a woman can tell that you taking care of yourself, you keep your hair lines up, you keep your beard trimmed up or whatever. You take care of your body. You eat right. You smell good. That's another key right there, y'all. Get you some nice, good cologne. Smell good. Smell sexy. A good smell will literally change your whole appearance to a woman. Okay, I've looked at men twice that I would never look at just because they smell good. Don't get that Ice Spice, that Old Spice stuff. Do not get that. Do not. That's not attractive. But if you focus on yourself, I'm telling y'all, men, especially the older ones might know this, but the younger ones, especially y'all young men, like, women love a confident man who takes care of himself. Take care of your finances. Get your money right. When a woman can see that you pursuing your money and your career, she's going to want to be a part of your life, because women are attracted to men that who can provide You know, women are attracted to resources. Like, it's just built in us. Like, whether if you think it's right or wrong, whether if you think we should or we shouldn't, it don't really matter. That's just how we're built. Just like y'all are hardwired to want sex, we're hardwired to want to be provided for. So if you could show a woman, like, I'm confident, I got my shit together, you either, you know, if you can come, if you want to ride along with me, cool. But if not, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna get my money and I'm gonna do my thing. Women are gonna be chasing after you, period.
Now, by the end of that video, did she or did she not literally just describe what the RP content is all about? It just goes to show you none of these women really truly know about the content. But y'all let me know what you think. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.